Hello, my name is Sue. Some of you may know me as Granny Squares on Facebook because of my passion for crocheting granny squares. However, I do like many other crafts, and today I'd like to share one with you. It's this beautiful spice tree for the winter festival season. Very, very fragrant, very simple to make. And here are just a few of the things, all of the things that you will need in order to create one of these yourself. Firstly, you will need a piece of dried oasis in a cone shape. I used one that was 11 inches tall. You can make it as small or as large as you like. A piece of dried oasis foam block for the base, and what I did was I cut it in half lengthways and then joined the two pieces together to make more or less a square by using some thin wooden doweling. Here I've used an old wooden knitting needle. I've lost the other one, so break two pieces of that off, and I then pushed it through the two pieces of foam block to make the square that the spice tree sits in. As well as that, you need the main, I'll put these away as I show you, your main spice ingredients for this spice tree are cloves, best quality cloves you can buy, and if you make one this big you will need 2 bags, possibly even 2.5. You need some cinnamon sticks, quite a few cinnamon sticks. They are easily available. I actually bought mine on eBay for a very good price. Some good quality PVA craft glue. A pot for putting your glue into, it's much easier to work with than an old paintbrush. Some decoration, which is, I've chosen these plastic ivy leaves which I picked up in a local craft shop. They come on about a 6-foot length of plastic, some scissors, a pair of pliers, a jar, and the reason you need an empty jar or even a plastic bag will do is when you are working with cloves you will get whole ones, which is what you need for your tree, and you will get some broken ones as well where the buds have come apart from the stems. Well, they're not wasted. You save those in a jar, and I'll tell you in a moment what you'll be using those for. So that's what you need your jar or a plastic bag for. And later a bowl for your broken cloves, and if you have to cut down your cinnamon sticks, which I think most people would, then you tend to get natural shavings come off from breaking it down. So those shavings are then mixed in with your broken cloves, and you can break them down a bit more. I've used a pestle for breaking them down. And then the broken cloves and the cinnamon shavings are what is the layer of the woodland on top of the dry foam block surrounding your spice tree. The cinnamon sticks, as you can see, will go to make the fencing around your oasis block. Your decorations for the spice tree, I've chosen red flowers, sort of rose flowers they are. You can choose whatever you like really. I was going to decorate it further with some beading, but I love the simplicity of the cloves and the red flowers together. So, and a bit later on we will be decorating it further with a bit of magic snow. so I felt it didn't really need anything else. Magic Snow can be picked up in most good craft shops. You just add it to water and you get a whole litre full of Magic Snow there. Now the red flowers for the decoration on your tree and all the way down the sides come in bundles, and again I bought these from eBay at a very reasonable price. You can get these in most good craft shops, however. And that is everything you will need to produce your spice tree. Now I'm going to move these things to one side so you get a better look at the spice tree. The fragrance of the cinnamon and the cloves is absolutely wonderful, and especially for this festive time of year. It's immediately says holiday season or Christmas. It's a beautiful centrepiece and be a great talking point amongst your family and friends who will come round for their festive meals at this time of year. There. And that is what we will be making today. Right, and here we are continuing with our spice tree. What I'm going to do now is take a clove, dab a little bit of glue on the end of the clove, and push it into the oases. Don't push it all the way in though, because it can look a bit squashed. Just try and line them up too. I would line them up with a clove. The dried bud of your clove sits in 4. Picked one up there with only 3. Here's a good one. Sits in 4 little spikes called sepals. And when you're placing your cloves into your oasis, I would place them so that the tips of neighbouring sepals, dropped that one, tips of your neighbouring sepals touch. That way you won't get any gapping. And you continue round with your cloves, dab the ends with the glue and push most of the way in, and just try and line them up nice and tidy as you go around as well. I first came across Spicecraft, called actually Austrian Spicecraft, when I went to Zell am See in Austria. And it's very, very much a major craft over there, and they decorate many wonderful, beautiful things using spices, seeds, and beautiful decorations with ribbons and roses. And later on I will show you how to do other things. This not just confined to this festive time of the year. There are many beautiful things you can make, and once I've shown you how to complete your own spice tree, I'll show you how to make a Valentine's heart using spices. Lots to look forward to. Now the fragrance is beautiful. I think I've come across one person, there's probably a few people don't like the fragrance of cloves, but to me they evoke memories of Christmas. The fragrance evokes memories of Christmas. You know, when you put your cloves into your orange, put that into your mulled wine, leave it on the hob to keep warm, and serve your friends and family as they come through the door. Something nice and warm and spicy to warm them up. And this tree on the table, when you're all sitting round to your Christmas dinner, is just perfect. A talking point, beautiful fragrance. And here we are. Now we've almost finished a round of cloves. Dab your glue on the tip, on the end, and push in so that the sepals are just touching. Remembering the sepals are the 4 points that the dried bud sits in of a clove. Just a couple more should see this row completed. And you could really make this your own, stamp your own personality on it. And slot that last one in there. There, that's another round of cloves. Now I have done in between each red rose. Now I've come to a point where I need some more roses. What I've done is put 1, 2, 3, 4 red roses, and in between the red roses I can fill with cloves. Then I do 2 more rounds of cloves, and then I'll put in 4 more red roses. That way you keep to a pattern going up the tree. It can be done randomly, no reason at all why it can't be done randomly. You can see that I've actually put the next red rose in there. I shall put my other 3 in now. This is where your scissors come in handy. If you, like me, get some paper roses with long stems you don't need, so cut those down. And again, dab the end with glue. And that's my first rose decoration. The next one will follow this line here. Just turn it towards me so I get the placement right. There you are. And I need 2 more. Again, trim down. And you see I've got the 2 rows of cloves. There's a rose decoration plus 2 rows of cloves. Now I'm going to place my next rose decoration. So that's 2. Well, actually that's 3. Dab the glue on the end and place your 4th rose decoration. Just check I've got that in line. Yep. So you've got your next 4 roses on there. Now what I'm going to do, I think I've got that in the shop, is fill the cloves between the red roses. Once that row is complete, you do 2 plain rows of all cloves, and then you put your next 4 red roses in. Here I go. Dab my glue and place the clove. It's that lovely scrunching noise as you put it in. Oh, here we are. We've almost completed our spice tree. The tree is fixed onto the oasis block by another piece of thin doweling, which I broke off and put into the block and then placed the centre of the tree on the top and very gently pushed down so we have a nice sturdy base for it. Now what I'm going to do, I've almost finished going around the outside edge with the cinnamon as the fencing. Just going to show you how I did it. And get your PVA glue and coat it generously on the about a third of the way, more the better, and down the side so they stick to each other down the side. And then you place right next to the one that you just glued before. Just gently pushing the bottom of it, make sure that's the bit that you want glued to the Oasis block. And then just select another piece. The unevenness is just makes it that much more attractive. I think it wouldn't look right if you cut them all to a uniform size. It looks more countrified, I think. A generous helping of glue on about the lower third of the cinnamon stick. Line it up. Gently easing the bottom of it into place. And the final piece. Generous helping of glue. It's a shame we don't have smelly vision, it really is, because the fragrance of this, the spice of the cloves and the cinnamon is absolutely heavenly. And there, that's your cinnamon fencing complete. Well, here I have it, my artificial snow. It didn't even take a minute to make this up, which is lovely. If you can see in there, all lovely fluffy snow. Very, very soft. I'm just going to sprinkle . A little dab of glue will be required. Help it stick to the tree. the final section, dabbing the glue randomly, working down the tree. There. Naturally fall onto the woodland floor, which is lovely as it's sprinkled. Making a snowy scene everywhere. And doesn't that look pretty? There, and a little bit more for the woodland floor. This magic snow is wonderful because as the water evaporates and it goes powdery again, you just spray it with water and it goes all nice and fluffy. Wonderful. Hello, and here we are with the final finished product, your spice tree decoration for the festive season. And doesn't it look beautiful? You have your tree with your cloves and your red flower decorations. You have your oasis block with the woodland floor, which is the broken cloves and the broken cinnamon pieces. You have your cinnamon fencing all the way round, and your artificial snow to finish it off. You have your ivy leaves on the woodland floor poking out, as they so often do if you go for walks at this time of year. And it's thoroughly enjoyable to make, very simple to make. I hope you have fun making yours. Make it personal, decorate it how you will. You can really go to town with it. I did think of adding beading and some more gold ribbon to drape around as you would a Christmas tree, but I liked the simplicity of the cloves and the red flowers and the whole winter woodland look. But you can make yours as elaborate as you want to. I thoroughly enjoy making this, and I'm sure you will too. And please leave your comments, and if there's anything further you would like to know about making spice tree decoration, I will get straight back to you. Just leave your questions and I will answer them for you. If you are interested in future Spicecraft products in the future, then please subscribe and you will know when the next one is, which will be a spice heart for Valentine's. Enjoy your spice treatment. Happy holidays.